And now,
A Zone It 91.3 91 second movie review.
5, 4, 3, 2, and
Just when it started to seem like we had way too much time to die, the latest Bond flick finally hit the big screen after being pushed back a near 2 years from its original November 2019 release date. Overall, the film was a good conclusion to the Daniel Craig era of Bond films, and while it's not without its shortcomings, by the time the credits roll, there's absolutely no denying that Craig went out with a bang. The action made the movie worth the wait, as the film is one that greatly benefits from the theatrical experience. While I was initially turned off by the near 3-hour runtime, the pace wasn't too bad. Even the quieter moments placed importance on the emotional development of the characters, raising the stakes for the grand action sequences. Now, in case you're not the most familiar with this franchise, it might be important to note that the Bond movies starring Daniel Craig went against the norm, with the films following Casino Royale being true sequels to their direct predecessors. Yeah, it was far from a perfect series of films, and a rewatch would mean that you'd have to sit through some of the not so great installments, but the fact that Bond had an arc extending over multiple movies gave him an emotional depth and richness that we never really got from previous iterations of the character. I think my only complaint, much like my issue with the previous film, was with the writing of the villain. I mean, the supporting cast were pretty top notch, and Christoph Waltz and Rami Malek were brilliant villain casting choices. Malek also gave a fantastic performance in this film, but unfortunately didn't have much within the writing to work with, making his character fairly disappointing. There was ultimately more importance placed on the film's MacGuffin over its main baddie, and because of that, Malek's potential to be among the Bond villain greats was not quite reached. In the end, I still think this holds up as a decent swan song for Daniel Craig as James Bond. And while his final film wasn't flawless, it was still a blast to watch.
cut! That's a wrap!